I mean, getting through that though is like a very unusual education in human beings and development, and like why people do the things they do, and why they say the things they do, why they're trying out different kinds of behaviors, and you know, and bullies, and people are pacifists, and people get bullied, and you see it ruin their lives, and you know, it can ruin your fucking life, man. I really feel for people who get bullied, because if you get bullied in high school and you just decide that's who I am, I'm just this fucking loser, I'm just gonna hide, and then you hide in your apartment, and you hide in your house, and you hide at your job, and then like your life is hiding now because somebody fucked with you, and somebody.
Well, also you were very badly hurt when you were extremely vulnerable. Exactly. And you're probably hurt because you already were vulnerable. You already were unsure of yourself. For a million different reasons. Yeah. And so you never really recover from that, I don't think. It's part of, I mean, it doesn't mean it destroys your life, but it's in your life. All the things that happen to you that are horrible, like unbelievable, they just stay with you. They just become part of you. You don't swap it out. You don't clean it out. It doesn't go away. It just stays in you. You can get over it. You can get over it. You can integrate it. Yeah. It can help you understand what's happening to other people. It can help you even understand people that hurt people. Yeah. Like when you get really hurt by people, you can have two choices. You can decide to collapse under it and say, I'm too weak to live in this world. Or you can decide to hate them, which is another very corrosive thing. You can just decide that they're shit. They're not human. Or you can look at them and go, what the fuck did this person do this to me? And they've always been abused. Yeah, and then you go, okay. And then you get an insight that people don't get without that kind of experience. And then you have a self-reliance because you go, I got through it. I did it. I got through it. I think every extreme experience, bad and good, is food, you know. It's good. It has the potential for a learning experience. Yeah. Yeah. Potential. Yeah. It's up to you. It's up to you what you turn it into. Yeah, like all those stories about like me being bullied and thrown around, like that's what led me to get into martial arts. If it wasn't for that, I probably never would have done it, and I never would have been the person that I am. Sure. But all that came out of bad feelings, like terrible feel, like just moving to town. So I was 14, I just moved there. I lived in Jamaica Plain before that, and then we moved to... Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah. Well, how old were you when you moved from there? I lived in Jamaica Plain for, I guess, a year and a half or so. My parents were like, this is way too dangerous. We got to get them out of there. Still, probably. It was sketchy. Well, now I think Jamaica Plain's gentrified now. Oh, yeah. Okay. But when I was there, it was not. When I was in, I guess it was 8th grade, 7th or 8th grade, there was a boy who was in our class who was 17 years old. And I was like, what the fuck is he doing in class? And what grade were you? 7th grade. Oh, 7th wow. or 8th. That's crazy. It was crazy. Yeah, he just kept falling out of school, and he was in there, and he started off at the beginning like, I'm just gonna fucking do it this time. And I remember being in class, like I was like a little kid. He was like an adult. So I was like, this is crazy. And he fell off. He was in class for a couple days, and then he stopped, and I realized like, oh, this poor guy, like he's never gonna catch up. Like he's fucked, because now he feels like a loser, and he feels like he's so far behind. He can't even do it anymore, and so he just dropped out. But it was that kind of a neighborhood. There was a lot of criminals in my neighborhood. I mean, yeah.